Yes.
The only reason, if I'm going to get on the front page, I might as well get on the front page with the word peace.
But you've made yourself ridiculous.
To some people, I don't care if
You're too good
if
for
it
what
saves
you're doing.
lives.
You don't think you... Oh, my dear boy, you're living in a nether.
Well, you talk to
You don't think you've saved a single life.
maybe we'll
You
say
probably
something.
helped.
Maybe
Move up
next
the
year.
jar.
It didn't do a bit of use.
No.
It's still gone down, so it didn't do anything.
But, I mean, you don't equate the civil war that's
No,
going on in
listen.
Nigeria with that, and
You-
then talk about, well, this is my form of protest
Well, look.
because people in anti-war campaigns are too serious.
Yes.
And they get battered. What do you know about a protest movement anyway?
I know a lot about it.
It's a lot more than sending your chauffeur in your car back to Buckingham
You're just a
Palace.
snob about it. The only way
You're
to
a
make
fake. I mean,
I
I
don't-
know in England it's kind of smart not
Everything
to be
needs
serious
a
about
smile.
anything.
Everything needs a smile, you know.
I see.
For instance, even if
The Pinkville massacre, ha ha ha. Can't you give up?
It doesn't. It's not the sacrifice. You can't get that into your head, can you? You've stated it half a dozen times. The MBE is irrelevant. I agree. It was no sacrifice to get rid of the MBE because it was an
Then
embarrassment.
what kind of a protest did you make? You said I don't know
We
much
did
about
an
Nigeria.
advertising campaign for peace. Can you understand that?
No, I
A
can't.
very big advertising campaign for peace. Well, you think
Are
it's...
you advertising
Oh,
John Lennon or
you want nice middle-class gestures for peace and intellectual
It was
manifestos
generic,
written by a lot of half-witted intellectuals and nobody reads them. That's the trouble with the peace movement.
Well, it just seems a nether. I mean, I can't think of anyone who seems more remote from the ugliness of what's happening than you.
Well, hope
I do see you getting up on a Tuesday morning thinking, let's see, what should we do today? What war is going
Well,
on?
that's your imagination, you know, really.
You carry on. Why don't you make a film while you're at it?
I'm someone who admires you very much.
Well, I'm sorry you
know,
liked the old
you
mop
have-
tops here and you thought it was, I was very
But I'm
satirical
talking about
and
cashing
witty
in on the Beatles.
and you liked Hard Day's Night Love, but I've grown up, but you obviously haven't.
Have you?
Yes, well,
What have you grown up to?
no, 29.
Yes. How is Greece?
That's beautiful.
We did a nice war protest on the army TV while we were there.
By the way, you know.
I suppose you didn't like us going to Greece, eh? You think you shouldn't go to a fascist country like Greece, and but it's all right to live in a fascist country like Britain or America, is it?
I think America is a good place to live right now because, I mean, if you were interested or committed and not too cowardly, you might conceivably make a difference by what you did. That's one of the...
Well, we've been trying to go to America to do something for the last 7 or 8 months, but I can't get in. Oh, yeah, we're turning it.
Seriously. You don't understand how they protest like you. They don't... they
Listen,
go on the
will you tell me,
subway.
what were they singing at the moratorium?
Which, I mean, the moratorium is throughout
Well, the one here, the recent big one, they were singing Give Peace a Chance, you know.
A song of yours,
Well, yes,
I
and
knew
it was
you'd bring
written
that up.
specifically for them.
Where are we and what is this? What did you have to do with the moratorium? So they sang one of your songs.
Well, if you...
Great song, sure, but is that all you can say about that? The moratorium?
You were saying that in America they're so serious about the protest movement,
Yes, they are.
but they were so flippant that they were singing a happy-go-lucky song, which happens to be one I wrote, and I'm glad they sang it. And when I get there, I'll sing it with them. When I get in, and that was a message from me to America or to anywhere, that I used my songwriting ability to write a song that we could all sing together. And I'm proud that they sang it at the moratorium. I wouldn't have cared if they'd sang We Shall Overcome, but it just so happens they sang that, and I'm proud of it. And I'll be glad to go there and sing with them.
Make it jolly.
I will make it
Yes,
jolly.
yes, you know, we have to make it jolly.
Why?
And
We can't all afford to be
make it
neurotic.
jolly, maybe we might stop the war. You
By
know?
being jolly.
Yes, yes, because the thing is, when you're happy and when you're smiling, you don't want to kill somebody, do you? You know, it's when you're very serious you start to think about violence and death and killing. I mean, have you ever seen a person killing somebody with a smile on his face and being happy? No, killers are unhappy people. And they're violent because they're so unhappy and so damn serious.
Just men and we're boring
did it
each
ever
other, so
occur
I'll go away.
to you about that? I mean,
Thank you. Goodbye.
Well, I think that's what you wanted.
but the last point was a good point and she didn't want to respond
She
to
didn't
that.
hear anything.